What's up, Sneaky Nation? Sneaky P here, back with the intro to season number 4 of our Los Angeles Crusaders franchise. It's absolutely crazy to think that we have been through 3 full seasons. But we've come a long way. We really struggled in year number 1. And last year we made it to this Super Bowl. Unfortunately, we lost. Things did not go our way in that game. But you know what? I still feel pretty confident with our team. You know, we didn't have the best off season. We were kind of limited, not only because of the funds thing. A lot of people are making it out to be that. But a lot of it is that we have a lot of core players that we are going to need the money to sign coming up. And so we are kind of saving money this off season for next, because we are going to have to spend a lot of money re-signing some very key players to this team. So that was the decision based on that. So, you know, it might not have been the best offseason, but I feel like it was a realistic offseason. You know, obviously, every single team just can't go and sign all the top free agents every year they want. Doesn't work like that, but that's okay. We have a lot of young players that I'm excited about checking out, and that is what the preseason is for. So we're going to set things up for the rest of the season as well as the preseason in this video. Earning XP, a lot of our guys are doing pretty good confidence-wise. So right now I'm going to focus on the XP here, and we have a lot of young guys that we need to kind of see what they can bring to the table here. I'm kind of worried about our right linebacker spot. That is a position of need for us. It looks like that we're going to go into the season with a starting rookie, whether it be Elijah Thornton, or Zeke Hickman. They both have the same development trait, everything like that. So we'll develop them both, I guess. I was only planning on doing one, but we'll see who's getting more XP here. Zeke Hickman is going to get a little bit more XP. I kind of like Elijah a little bit more personally, but that is going to be a position battle to watch throughout the preseason to kind of see who brings it more, who's ready to contribute at the NFL level from college. Keyston Mack, still baller. We got Kendall Wright this year. That is a huge pickup, and he could change things for us, guys. Because if Keyston Mack was having a bad game, nobody else was really contributing. Denarius Moore was very inconsistent. He had a great season a year ago. Last season, he started off really well, but then kind of started to struggle in the second half of the season. So that's something to keep an eye on. Shakir Gayton has really started to improve. I am very, very happy about him. Mendenhall, our draft pick, not looking all that good based on development trait. That worries me a little bit. But Shakir Gayton I'm excited about. So I'm going to throw time into Shakir Gayton here. I feel like he's earned it, and look at that. He is getting good points there. I like it. We're going to have time for one more person, and I think we need to go strong safety, maybe? Is that what I should do? Go with the Fisa Okafor here. We have Mallet as well. Let's go with Okafor. And that is another player stepping up into a much more important role this year. So we're going to have to rely on some young guys. Last year we had a lot more veteran presence on our team. And I'm a little concerned about it. I'm not going to lie. We've kind of looked at these trade offers already. If you missed the stream, we'll look at them again. I feel no pressure to trade Tremaine Small right away. I feel like he's going to be available. Like, people are still going to be offering draft picks for him later on in the season, so we can make a trade right before week 8 and kind of have a much better idea as to where these draft picks are lying. That's if we trade him at all. We might not. Maybe he's going to get some more playing time this season. We'll see. We'll have to see how things unfold. Mankins, you know, I really need a left guard. However, this is probably his last year. He is probably retiring soon. Getting a 4th round pick for him could be huge. Although we kind of stockpiled some picks for next season already, so it's not a huge deal. Shelby Harris, I don't think 3rd round pick is enough for him. If we were getting offered a 2nd round pick, I might consider it. Because we have a lot of depth along the line that I feel pretty comfortable with right now. But 3rd round pick, I'm just going to hold on to him for now. So a few things to do before we get going. Manage roster. One thing I want to do here, guys, is I'm setting this up for the preseason. We know Derek Carr, right? We've had Derek Carr for 3 seasons. We know all about him. We don't need to worry about him playing a whole lot in the preseason. Let's be honest. He's kind of our starter going into the regular season for now. But we're going to give Small a lot of opportunities. Really kind of see what he is going to give us. I also want to see J.D. Everett and Mara Marosa Maramosa? It's such a Matt Maramosa. Oh my gosh. Why do you guys make me draft people like this, man? You know I'm going to struggle with that name. But we're going to give both of them some time as well to kind of see who's going to get that third spot. One of these guys or somebody on this team is not going to make it. I can't go into the season with 4 quarterbacks, so it's probably between Everett and Maramosa. So I definitely want to give them both time to see what they're going to give us. Again, Golden, another player. I don't feel like we need to go into the regular season. We don't need to risk Golden getting hurt in the preseason, in other words. I feel very, very comfortable with him starting. And while it might not be the most realistic thing to kind of sit starters through the preseason, we have so many different roster spots up for grabs. And I really want to get a good feel for a lot of these players fighting for spots. All 4 of these guys are fighting for spots. All 4 of them. Golden's the only one guaranteed anything. Chauncey Green, the rookie, I'm excited about him. Wide receiver, Keyston Mack. The only reason I'm going to keep the wide receivers where they are for now is so we can kind of see the quarterbacks work with some top-tier wide receivers. We have not had any injury issues too bad, knock on wood. But I do want to get a better feel. Obviously, we are going to have to make some cuts because we have way too many wide receivers right now. And that's going to be a big change for us coming up. I want to get Chase Cross and Mendenhall some time as well. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Tight end pretty set, obviously. And I need to sign depth along the offensive line. That's something we're going to have to do soon. I don't know that I'm going to do it before the first preseason game. I might wait until after the first preseason game so I can kind of get a feel for everybody else on the roster. Those guys, they're all going to get subbed out pretty quick, so I'm not too concerned with anything along those lines. The defense, they usually get shifted around no matter where they're at, unfortunately, in the preseason. So if an injury happens, there's not too much I can do to prevent that at this stage. Last but not least, guys, I said we're going to make the sliders a little bit more difficult. You know, we made it to the Super Bowl. However, making it to the Super Bowl, it's not easy to do it twice in a row. I mean, certain teams can, but it's not an easy task. So I definitely plan on making it a little bit more difficult. We did great running the ball last year. I'm going to make this a little bit more difficult. We'll see if that works or not. I might need to change it a little bit more potentially. But for now, that's what we're going to roll with. Pass blocking. We're going to obviously move this up for the computer. Hopefully that works out. Wide receiver catching. I think that's fine. Run blocking, we're going to move that up for them as well. Pass defense, we'll just move interceptions up. And we're actually going to do this about 7 spots for both teams here. Well, I'll do that at 50, and then theirs will be at 52. Because I would like to increase that stat. There were a lot of dropped interceptions on both sides last year. Everything else I feel pretty comfortable with. People said to move kick power up, but I didn't really have a good kicker last year, so I couldn't really tell. Fatigue, I want to move this up. I want subs to play a much bigger role. And I think that's the way to do it, is to move this up. So I want subs to really I want depth to be important in this series, guys. And so we're going to make that change. And that is going to be it for our sliders. And we'll continue to adjust them. Anybody who has watched my series enough knows that those sliders are not set. I'm going to continue to work on them and improve them. Until we can get the most realistic version of this game that we possibly can. The sacks, that's always been an issue. I've tried everything with that, but, we'll make improvements as we can, and, yeah, last thing. Got to put it down to those 8-minute quarters for the preseason. We'll go back up to 15 for the regular season, guys, but for the preseason, I feel like 8 minutes is good enough, and it helps me get the videos out a whole lot quicker when I don't have near as much to edit that way, so that works out for the preseason. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you are excited about season number 4, please hit that like button, guys. It helps me out so much, especially for an intro episode like this. If you guys could all smash that like button, it's going to appear very high in search radars, and at that point, people are going to see that there's 4 seasons to watch, and I think that could help me out a lot. So I would really appreciate that, guys. Thanks so much for all the support. Thanks for everybody who's been coming to the streams. You guys are amazing. I try to stream every night. It doesn't happen every night, but probably 3 to 5 nights a week, I would say. Probably more like 4, 5, 6 nights a week, honestly. But guys, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. It's incredible how much this channel has grown, and it's all because of y'all. So thanks again, and I will see you in week number 1 as we take on the Packers. Later.